B. Smith. Welcome to B. Smith with Style. On today's show, designer Carmen Valvo talks to us about the inspiration for his stunning fashions. Discover easy and inexpensive ways to decorate lampshades. And diva Mary Wilson will share her supreme recipe for meatloaf.
Discover each special moment. Reach out and grab life day by day. Add just a touch of magic. Find your own kind of style. Walk away with a smile. Every day's your own holiday. Celebrate living in all that you do. Every day's a brand new day. Believe in yourself. Find a style that's right for you.
Isn't this a glamorous gown? I love the style. I love the luscious fabric. I'm going to introduce you to the designer, Carmen Valvo. But first, I'm going to change into something else of Carmen's. Hi, Carmen.
Hi, V.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
It's good to see you.
Nice seeing you.
You know, Carmen, I knew what I wanted to do when I grew up from the time I was in grade school.
Wow.
I wanted to be a model. But when did you decide you wanted to be a designer?
Actually, I was probably about 8 or 9. Mm-hmm. And I would always draw designs for my sister's Barbie dolls.
Ah.
And so I didn't think it was a profession, though, actually. And so it was only many, many years after studying fine arts that I went back to my first love, which was designing.
Really?
It was like I never thought, you know, you could really make a living being a fashion designer. It was too much fun.
Right. Carmen, I know you have some pretty famous celebrity clients. Can you share any with us?
You, of course.
Well, thank you.
Holly Berry, Sharon Lawrence, Sharon Stone. We just recently dressed Goldie Hawn. Oh, Selma Hayek. And a very old and dear friend of mine, Vanessa Williams.
Oh, just to name a few beautiful women.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about your inspiration.
Well, my inspiration actually comes from my travels abroad. You know, fashion is an evolving art form, and what makes it different, you need something to spark your imagination or your curiosity. When I travel, and I love to travel, I pick up little mementos or trinkets. This was from a recent trip that I took to Africa. This is the fabric of the dress you were wearing. It's actually very, very light. It's an iridescent chiffon, and it's actually an ikat pattern. Now, the ikat patterns are types of fabrications that the natives used to wear. But these were hard fabrications done in cotton, usually. I had them done for me in silk. And so it's really very, very soft, very kind of sensuous and mysterious.
Feminine.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is nice. And the colorations of that trip were just beautiful. Java, camels, all the browns and taupes over here. These are wonderful. Actually, pieces. It's a fabric. It's a garment. It's from Cuba.
Yes.
Exactly, Zaire.
And of course,
the pillows, aren't they?
Yeah,
it's amazing.
yeah,
the coloration.
cloths, yes. It's
And what it
gorgeous.
was hard this collection, I think, was to incorporate all those pieces to make it look modern, but not also, we didn't want it to look like a costume. You know, so the ikats are very inspiring. This is wonderful. We did the crocodile bustier.
this is
amazing.
fabulous.
Yes, isn't it amazing?
It is. Does all of your inspiration come from objects?
No, not always. Many times it's just a moment in time, almost like a mental photograph that you take. And sometimes the mental image is better than the actual photograph. The dress over here, which is Sunset on the Serengeti.
Ooh, and I love this.
I mean, it's beautiful. The sunsets there were incredible. And when we had found this fabric, it was like the perfect ensemble to really capture that entire spirit. There's the earthy quality of the mohair and wool top with the beautiful rayon and satin skirt. So there's a very luxurious combination there.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Let me ask, when you actually sit down to design, what's the first step?
The first step is actually from the fabric. Fabric is, I think, the key in any design. We play with it, we drape with it. It talks to you. It tells you what it wants to be and what it doesn't want to be. And that's really the start of all design process. When doing an evening gown, it's really, you have to create a sort of mystery in a moment. And the best way to do that is by draping on a live mannequin.
Aha. And you have a muse that
Yes.
you've been using for years, right?
Yeah, 8 years. Well, this is Jay.
Hi, Jay. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good to see you. You already look beautiful, but
No, we can make her look better.
now, Carmen, what are you looking for when you're draping fabric?
Okay, it starts off as a conceptual springboard. Sometimes it actually evolves into an actual garment. I'll show you.
Okay.
Well, I already know that this is the base color that I want to work with. What I like to do is to start with the layering of colors. So I start with bolts of fabric here. And when you start draping, I like to do it in the mirror because I think a woman has to look wonderful when she looks in the mirror, when she's picking up. You want to just hold that for me, hon?
Mm-hmm. I would have thought that you would have draped on a mannequin, on a form, instead of
Yeah,
a
no,
living
the
mannequin.
pattern makers do that.
Uh-huh.
The ones who actually turn what my concept is into like a blueprint, let's say.
Okay.
But for me, I think it's really more about color and shape. And this way, by doing it, I have a better sense of the garment and what it looks like.
It already looks great.
And see, this is where we would start. I mean, I could go in here.
Right.
Depending on really what I want the dress to be or what it wants to be. So then you have a sense of it, you know, wow, that looks beautiful. You take a photograph to see if the photograph is as strong as the dress or the image in the mirror on Jay. Mm-hmm. And then you look at them, sometimes we'll drape 5, 7, 12 during a collection, sometimes as many as 60. Mm-hmm. And then it's an editing process. You look at the Polaroids and you decide which is going to be given life. Which is your favorite? And what I really particularly love about this is it's picking up a lot of the beadwork that I found in Africa. Mm-hmm. You know, it has a gloss to it, but it's not a really reflective bead.
Now, I'll even hold this for you. From the time you get to this point, going forward, how long before you actually have a finished gown?
Usually it takes about a week, barring no problems. I mean, right before the collection opens, we can pull out 20 in a week if we need to. But a week, about a week's time, from the draping, the muslin, and then to the final product, and the final retweaking. Well, let's see the final product.
I'd love to.
So now, we'll see what it really looks like.
While we're waiting, tell me about this. It's a sensational texture.
The stones are actually gold stone. They were brought in from Africa, and we beaded them here in the studio with amber and topaz.
Now, were the stones already finished like this, with this nice finish?
Yeah, it's almost like an irregular cut to them, and that's what I kind of liked about it, because you have the irregularity of the gold stone with the amber, which is really a polished stone. So I just like the texture of it and the combination.
Well, I can't wait to see Jay now.
Jay, you ready?
Yes.
Ooh la la, that looks magnificent.
Gorgeous dress.
Oh,
Looks great, no?
oh, it certainly does. Thank you so much, Jay.
Sure, it's nice to see you
Nice
again.
to see you too.
Thanks.
So now, how does it feel when you're out and about and you discover somebody wearing one of your designs?
It's kind of exciting, you know, when you see them on somebody and they look as good as they do on a model.
Oh,
and that's my ultimate compliment as a designer.
I have loved wearing your garments. You make women feel sensational.
Oh, thank you so much.
No, thank you. Coming up next, jazz up your lampshades and jazz up your dinner party with delicious roasted garlic. Buying a new designer lamp can cost you a pretty penny, and sometimes it doesn't even include the lampshade. But why spend so much when you can turn an inexpensive shade into a masterpiece? And today I'm going to give you some bright ideas, a full spectrum for transforming your own lampshades. Now, this is a shadow lamp. Now, when the light is off, it's just a simple, unadorned parchment lampshade. But when you flip the switch, you've got a hidden secret that shines through. First thing that I do, I decide on what my image is going to be. And today I've decided to use animal shapes. These are my stencils. You can either trace it or you can draw it, but you have to do it on regular kitchen contact paper, which is what this is. But you want to make sure that your paper is the same color as the inside of your lampshade, so you won't be able to see it when the light is off. And then cut out my stencil, peel off the contact paper, and then I'll place it on my shade. Turn on your light, and this would be great for your child's bedroom. This lampshade is made using products that you can buy in any local craft or office supply store. I started with a simple paper shade, and I punched holes in the top and the bottom of my shade. I took regular twine, made a knot right here. I pulled it through from bottom to top, inside, and top to bottom, and I continued to weave in that fashion. Now, you can use any type of cord to match your decor. I use this plain brown twine for that rustic look. Then you take ordinary brass paper fasteners. You place it on the inside here, open it up, and you continue throughout the whole process of your lampshade. And in the end, you have a lamp that looks beautiful like this. This lampshade started out as a plain white fabric shade, and all I did was glue iridescent marbles on using quick grab glue, and on the bottom I used flat glass beads. Glue, marbles, beads. It's that simple. For something really whimsical for a child's room, I chose a fabric shade and I jazzed it up by using some beaded fringe, marabou feathers, and velvet. See, you don't have to break the bank to get a fabulous shade. For more information about these lampshades, check out my website, bsmithwithstyle.com. Dan and I love garlic, and it's always great when your partner shares your passion for the same foods, especially garlic. And roasted garlic is one of my favorite hors d'oeuvres to serve my guests. Be smart and try this quick, easy, and tasty recipe when you're entertaining. Cut off the top of the garlic to expose the cloves. Place it in a baking dish, and you want to drizzle the top with a good olive oil. Add your salt and pepper to taste, of course, and cover it tightly with aluminum foil so that the garlic doesn't dry out. You want to bake this at a 350-degree oven until the garlic skins are golden brown and the cloves are tender. These are baked in an oven for 55 minutes. For my first batch, I already squeezed the garlic clove from the skin and spread them on the crostini. Your guests are going to love you for this dish. It's flavorful, rich, and absolutely delicious. My next guest is a woman of amazing versatility. Mary Wilson, a member of the world-famous Supremes, represented them as they received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She's a best-selling author whose biography hit the New York Times bestseller list. Mary has appeared in TV, movies, off-Broadway, and Vegas. She donates her time to UNICEF, the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, and the NAACP. Need more? She can cook. So stay tuned for Supreme Mary Wilson after these messages. To find out more about the segments featured on today's show, visit our website at bsmithwithstyle.com. When you love to cook, there's nothing better than sharing recipes with friends. Now, you'll all recognize Mary Wilson as a member of the world-famous Supremes, but she's also a mother, an actress, and an author. But more than that, she's a cook.
Yes,
How
and
you
I'm a
doing?
grandmom too.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
You know why I know? Because
Right.
I saw the article in
TV Celebrity
TV
Dish.
Guide Celebrity Dish.
yes,
so that
yes.
I even know what's in the recipe because the recipe was there,
Well, you
which
know
is
what?
good. You were sharing it.
You remember meatloaf that your grandma used to make?
Absolutely.
Okay, but it was kind of fattening. Mm-hmm. So what I've done is to sort of slim down all the fats and make it very, very sort of healthy.
Right.
All right. So now we start with some beautiful ground lean.
Right, very
beef,
lean
right?
ground meat.
Right?
Mhm.
And so we have some bell peppers here. How many do I put in there?
Cup and a half.
Okay. Celery is good for keeping it slim, right?
Yeah.
Eats up all that fat. Well, I think I'll use a spoon for the onions.
Okay, do whatever you want. It's your recipe.
Are you going on a date tonight? You don't want
no.
too many onions if you're going on a date. Ooh.
Okay,
What's that?
cilantro.
Cilantro.
Yeah.
Now my sister doesn't really like cilantro, so we can change and we can add what?
You could
What do you think?
you can use basil in this recipe. You can use quite a few mixes of garlic.
This keeps the devils away and also people that you don't like.
I always
Okay.
make sure that when I'm having garlic, my husband's having it at the same time.
Yeah.
I like the addition of brown minute rice. It adds
Yeah.
a little texture.
I found that brown rice has a lot of great natural ingredients. I mean, it's like natural, so it's not like all carbohydrates. You get really the good nutrients in it. Okay,
So you're going to mix that up well.
So we're going to mix this up, and we're going to just...
At home, I usually do it with my hands.
You do? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, here we go.
Better
Here
your
we
hands than
go.
mine.
Well, I like the fact that you're using so many vegetables in the meatloaf.
You know what else? Actually, there's something else you can put in here. Is zucchini squash.
Oh, yeah.
I love zucchini
Just
squash.
dice it up.
Yep, put it right in there. Okay, so you can have a
Okay.
whole meal of this. Okay.
So how does this look? Want to add any more?
You tell me how much we have there because I just usually dump it all in.
So shall I
And then
keep going
take
with
this.
my fingers, my hands? I'm going to put 1 egg in here.
Well, I think not with the egg.
Okay,
I'll take
all
it.
right,
Yeah,
go ahead. You'll take it from there.
Yeah, we don't want you to get all messed up. You know.
Okay.
Okay, so you mixed up the egg in there, and then we have
I'm going to
what
add
is
a
that?
tablespoon of Old Bay seasoning.
Okay,
All
right.
right.
What is
Okay.
that? Oh,
And I'm
that's
gonna
paprika.
put paprika in.
That's my touch.
Is it?
I don't think my grandma did that. No. Okay, got that. What else we got over there?
And what do you have here?
It's some kind of seasoning. You can use any kind you want.
Okay, but it's a
Because
little
we're-
mixture of herbs.
Yes,
All
herbs.
right.
You write
Okay.
cookbooks. You know all this
That's
stuff.
right.
I'll
Okay.
just put it in.
And I'll put in a pinch or two
Yeah,
of pepper.
pepper's cool.
But
We like
actually,
that.
you can get the recipe off of my website,
Right.
www.bsmithwithstyle, and there'll be
Right.
the exact measurements.
Right. Now, this is a little, I don't use much soy sauce anymore. We can put a little in there. But it has sodium in it, too, so you don't want to use too much. What
Now,
else do we do?
Different from what I've ever known, you do something a little different with your tomato puree,
What do you-
right?
Yeah, what?
I usually put a little bit inside, but you put it in the middle of your...
That's what they say. Well, let's put a little side inside.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
you know, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, right? Because that makes it moist. So we'll do that. We can just do this. Okay. I like this one here for putting it in. There we go. Spill it all over there, Mary. That's good.
So now, do we want to put a little tomato sauce in now? On top of this?
We have to put a little on now.
Okay.
Because then I'm going to put some more of the
All right,
the
I'm
lean
ready for
beef.
you. I'm ready for you.
Oh, I like that. That looks
Okay.
good, huh?
Okay.
All right, now, this is what I like to do. Put some more of the meatloaf on top. This is
Right
what
on
you were
top.
talking about. Because some people like their meatloaf dry. I like mine really, like, gravy. You can put it over the potatoes. Okay, yeah, that looks great. So I like to open it up just a little bit around the edges so that that sauce can come there, because usually when the meat cooks, then, it comes to the side. It sticks to the side. So if you do it like that, some more of that good sauce can go down there. That's it.
That's it.
Hey!
And we're going to bake this for about an hour and a quarter, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Okay,
great.
at about 350 degrees?
I think that's it.
All right.
So
No,
we'll put this
actually,
over here.
at about 375 degrees.
Well, it depends on your oven. Ooh,
This smells so good.
that smells great. Wow. Oh, but we're not through. Got to put the last little thing on here. This is a mixture of ketchup and tomato paste. The ketchup is to give it a little sweet taste. And so there, voila, we got Grandma's recipe, updated. It's not so fattening.
My husband always says, make it sweet, and if you can't make it sweet, make it red, and it's both.
Oh, all right. Let's put this back over here. We got to put it back in the oven for 10 minutes. But right now, hey,
You have something already made.
the real stuff. Look at that. Is that pretty?
Oh, and it looks so pretty with your green beans.
Yeah, string beans. Well, I do those differently too, because normally you put ham hocks and all those kind of things in it. But I just stir fry them with a little garlic and a little olive oil. It's great. Okay.
Very healthy. But can we taste? I'm ready to taste.
Well, hey, check this out. It's all right there.
Okay.
And here's your fork.
All right.
Mine. Now,
Okay.
let's go for it.
Here we go.
And we'll see how it tastes.
Supreme meatloaf. Thank you so much.
Hey, I gotta use it. That's pretty good. All right, let me try it too. I love the colors in it too. You see the green beans? This is just like Grandma used to make, but not as fattening.
I'm telling you, but comforting. Yeah. Thank you. That's our show for today. Thanks for watching. And remember, whatever you do, just do it with style.